Julius Malema takes aim at Ramaphosa over Elon Musk talks. Before we continue, please kindly subscribe, like and comment your opinion below. EFF leader Julius Malema has launched a fresh attack on President Cyril Ramaphosa during the National Assembly's oral reply session. Malema accused the president of bypassing South Africa's diplomatic protocols by engaging directly with billionaire Elon Musk instead of working through the Department of International Relations and Cooperation.
Mr. President, I don't know wittingly or unwittingly, when you were answering the question about our relationship with the USA, not once have you mentioned DERCO or Minister of International Relations. And this is as a result of you having met Elon Musk during the UN General Assembly and knowing very well the views of Elon Musk about South Africa, racist, white supremacist views about South Africa, which led to you meeting him because you thought you were going to clarify those issues. Unrepentant racist became emboldened and then made more bad remarks about South Africa even after meeting you physically. You still saw a need to go outside the diplomatic channels and made a contact with an individual, not using diplomatic relations or mechanism within which we resolve diplomatic disputes as South Africa. Don't you think you individually have emboldened white people to undermine us, and you have single-handedly destroyed the diplomatic relations of South Africa with other countries, and you have destroyed and juniorized the Department of International Relations? Mr. President. And le swantse le tsebe gore nto ya o bolela le ditsotsi tja o tshwana le bo Elon Musk go re taletša ka bana ba makgowa. And worse, Elon Musk, you organized a meeting with him or that telephone conversation through his immoral father, politically, economically and otherwise. A man who has engaged in business in South Africa through illegal means, even when he has admitted to do so. Those are the type of characters you can't speak to. Imagine, Mr. President, had they said Donald Trump called the Guptas during that time. What were you going to say? You are going to say that Guptas are an independent state actor. You are not going to say that. You are going to feel undermined. And that's exactly what you have done. What are you saying about established practices of resolving issues in a diplomatic way and diplomatic channels in South Africa? Do you have a full confidence in the Minister of DERCO and the department itself? You speak about an ambassador in Washington or New York. That ambassador belongs to the Department of International Relations. Instead of talking about international relations, leadership and the department, you talk about ambassador. But when you talk about DRC, you talk about Minister of Defense is doing 1, 2, 3. You don't say ambassador in DRC is doing 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
According to Malema, the president's actions undermine the country's official diplomatic channels and weaken the role of government institutions responsible for international relations. He argued that major engagements with influential global figures should follow established government procedures, not personal or informal channels. The heated exchange has sparked fresh political debate, with supporters and critics weighing in on whether Ramaphosa acted appropriately. What do you think? Should the president deal directly with global business leaders like Elon Musk, or should all such engagements go through official diplomatic channels? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Thank you, House Chair. I bring you revolutionary greetings from our revolutionary movement, Umkhonto weSizwe. I also want to send my greetings to the president of our movement, uNcamalala. I stand to reject this budget vote. Mr. Ramaphosa, you can no longer hide behind the courts instead of serving the people. You can do the simple thing by resigning. You are hiding behind the law whilst being a constitutional delinquent. But resigning is unfortunately not in your decision. We all know that you occupy that position by virtue of the 1 billion rand bribe from the Stellenbosch mafia. You are president of Stellenbosch. The same funders who gave you 1 billion rand are the funders of the chairperson of the impeachment committee. This whole thing is being rigged. But we are here, we are watching, and we won't allow the Stellenbosch mafia agenda to succeed. We see you, Mr. Ramaphosa. The courts can't protect you anymore from public scrutiny. It shall not be the repeat of the concealment of the billion rand bribe money you received from Stellenbosch, which was concealed by the judiciary. Mr. Ramaphosa, you have a long history of wrongdoing against the people of South Africa. Your call for a concomitant action against the Marikana workers shall never be forgotten. Those who elected you have their hands, with your hands dripping in blood, also must take responsibility. To remind you, Mr. Ramaphosa, those workers died.
Order, honourable member. You take your seat. What is the point of order, honourable member?
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Chairperson, I would like you to rule on whether it is parliamentary for a member to intimate that the president received 1 billion rand bribed money. Is this not casting aspersion? Thank you very much.
Yes, no, thank you, honourable member. Honourable members, I would request you that when you follow the debate and a statement is made, that you immediately take a point of order so that I can rule on it. However, in terms of this one, I will request the honourable member to withdraw that statement. You said that the president received the billion rand bribe. No, I'm dealing with this point of order. You will withdraw that statement, please. You're casting aspersions on the office of the president and the president in person.
Okay, for progress' sake, I will withdraw.
Thank you. You may order. You may proceed, honourable member.
Yes, but the workers of Marikana died because they wanted nothing but a living wage. They wanted education for their children. There were no criminals. You called the police on them and they were massacred. That seemed to be your thing, sir. What happened to the CR17 alleged money launderer lawyer?
Order, honourable member. Will you take your seat? What's the point of order, honourable member?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, would you please rule on the statements that the honourable member has made in the light of the fact that there has been a commission of inquiry into Marikana and there were not findings made against President Ramaphosa as per the speech of this member, casting aspersions.
Honourable members, I listen to a point of order and I make a ruling, right? Don't prescribe to me. Don't prescribe to me. I'm in charge of this session and I will execute it according to the rules. Now there's a point of order that has been taken. Honourable Dagmore, I will ask the table staff to assist me and I will come back with a considered ruling. There's 3 hands. Who is in charge of taking the point of order? Because 3 hands are up. Honourable Douglas.
Thank you, Honourable Chair. I will rise in Rule 84. The Honourable Member is improperly imputing motives to another member. They are actually imputing improper motives to our member. And in reality, he's clarifying the reality.
I said I'll come back with a considered ruling.
He doesn't need to withdraw anything, Mr. Chair.
I'll come back with a considered ruling. Yes, Honourable Reddy.
Thank you, Honourable House Chair. Please rule on these frivolous points of order by the ANC because it is a fact about the bribery money in the CR17.
Honourable Member, I have made a ruling on that matter. You will withdraw that statement now. And if you don't want to withdraw the statement because there's a ruling that I've made on it, then you will face the repercussions of repeating a statement that I've ruled out of order.
The statement that you ruled
Remove him.
is not the statement
Order.
I've made.
Honourable
Are there
member,
something else?
honourable member, you will withdraw that statement.
Oh, for the sake of progress, I will withdraw.
Thank you very much.
Frivolous points of order,
Honourable-
please stop that.
Honourable
Please.
member, I will
your
rule.
comrades, please, thank you.
I will rule. Please proceed, Honourable Nkitam.
President, what happened to your CR17 alleged money launderer lawyer, Benny Eugene Faber, who has allegedly died in his sleep?
Chairperson,
Faber's law firm is allegedly to have received the Bosasa 500,000 on your behalf. The lawyer died mysteriously and hurriedly buried. We also have questions about the death of the Bosasa boss, Gavin Watson, a billionaire who died in a TES, Kahlenibo. The list is long, Mr. Ramaphosa. We remind the nation of the mysterious death of Deputy Commissioner of the Police, Crime
Honourable
Detection.
Nkitam, will you take your seat, please? There's somewhere that somebody asked to be recognized there at the back. There was a hand right at the back.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I rise on Rule 257, and this would speak to the Chief Whip of the opposition party, which is the MKP. We know that the MKP Chief Whip has been arrested. Just want to find
Mr.
out
Chair,
how this will affect
Honourable
the
member.
operation of
Point of
parliamentary
order. This is
proceedings.
completely out of
As I
order.
took note that they left the proceeding when
Honourable
our
member.
Please
president
ask her
was
to be
speaking,
removed from this
and perhaps
Honourable
they were not
member,
given
please
directive
take
as to
your
how
seat.
to behave and conduct themselves
Honourable
in
member,
today's
please
session.
take your
Thank you
seat.
very much.
Honourable order.
No, we want point of order, Mr. Chair.
Order. Honourable Douglas, will you just relax, please? Honourable member, you asked to rise on a point of order and you raised Rule 257. There is absolutely no relevance to the discussion that is currently taking place. Let me tell you what it deals with. It deals with the composition of the Chief Whip's Forum. And then you raise other issues that has absolutely nothing to do with that rule. Honourable members, please let us treat this debate with the necessary decorum and also with the seriousness that it demands from us. It doesn't help to throw insults at one another. It doesn't enhance the quality of your input. In fact, it degenerates to something else. But while I am on this point and the point of order has been raised, Honourable Nkitama, I've been informed by the table, and they've assisted me, that you said, and I quote, your hands, and this is in reference to the President, your hands are dripping in blood. You called the police on them and they were massacred. This casts serious aspersions on the President in terms of the matter that you've raised. It's in violation of Rule 85, and you must withdraw that statement. Order, honourable members.
The Marikana workers were.
Honourable member, you must
Massacre.
withdraw the statement.
I withdraw the statement.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Okay. The list is long, Mr. Ramaphosa. We remind the nation of the mysterious death of Deputy Commissioner of Police, Crime Detection, Lieutenant General Sindile Mfazi, who was at the time of his death, amongst others, seized with the investigation of the Palapala scandal.
Honourable Nkitam, will you take your seat, please? Honourable member, why do you want to be recognized?
Chairperson, there is continuing imputation on the part of the member on the podium against the person of the President, and I submit that in terms of rules 92 and 93, you rule him out of order because he's continuing along that path endlessly.
Honourable
And-
member,
Thank you.
I cannot silence the member. What I will do is that in terms of his speech, I will rule on matters that he's raising. And then at this particular point, in terms of the rules, I can take a decision. So I'm listening to what the member is saying. The duty of the whips is to raise a point of order, and I rule on it. Honourable Nkitam, you may proceed. Order, honourable members.
The MK party supports the petition named Justice for Lieutenant General Mfazi. Please Google it and support it. Justice for General Lieutenant Mfazi. Mr. Ramaphosa, how many more must die in the massive cover-up of your wrongdoing? Death and corruption follow you, say. The workers of Marikana died.
Honorable Mkhitam, will you please take your seat, please? Honorable Dagmo.
Thank you, Chairperson. Chairperson, once again, the Speaker is placing...
Order, honorable members. Order. Order.
Is abusing the rules, which say that you cannot impugn the integrity without a substantive motion. If there are allegations, a substantive motion must be brought. But this is an ongoing attempt to defame the President, counter to the rules which we have about a substantive motion.
Thank you. Order, honorable members. Order. Wait, Honorable Mkhitam. Honorable Douglas, why do you want to be recognized?
I want to be recognized for you to please protect our speakers under Rule 92 of the National Assembly rules. Members may not disrupt proceedings by raising points of order that do not comply with this rule. There's complete frivolous points of order to try and disrupt our member, and this is because they are guilty.
Honorable member, you
so
are now...
because they are guilty, they must accept that.
Honorable Douglas, you are now imputing motives and acquisitions to the other members by saying they are guilty.
Guilty from what?
Right? Honorable members, Honorable Mkhitam, you have continued on this trend. I've made a ruling in terms of a number of matters that you refer to the President.
Remove him.
And if you continue in this vein, I will unfortunately have to ask you to leave the podium. This is now your final warning. You can howl and scream at me, honorable members. It's not going to change my mind. I apply the rules of the Assembly, and you are not going to run the proceedings of this session from where you're sitting. There's rules in this House. Why do you want to be recognized, honorable member?
Nthokoze Mgcinisihlalo. Mgcinisihlalo, u-Honorable Dagmo akakhoti any rule yena. Ukhuluma ngendlela afuna ngayo and uyamlisa azenzele into afuna ukuyenza and thina masithi siyakhuluma ufuna ama-rules.
Honorable member, that's not a point of order.
No, Chair.
That is not a point of order. I suggest that you go through the rules, and if you have a point of order, you rise. The number of points of order that has been raised against this speaker pertains to the very same rule that has been referred to. I have asked the member on 2 occasions to withdraw the statements that he has made, and he has done so. However, if we continue in this vein and the member continue to violate the rule, I will have to ask him to leave the podium. Please continue, honorable member.
Thank you, Chair. Okay, let us turn to Palapala. So, it is alleged that the phantom buyer dropped the money and didn't pick up his ankoles. President, you must still tell the nation, how did American dollars arrive in the country? Through the OR Tambo International Airport, or they jumped the Limpopo River on the back of a crocodile? Mr. Ramaphosa, you are allegedly involved in criminal expanse.
Honorable Mkhitam.
Allegedly.
Honorable Mkhitam, will you just take your seat? I want to recognize the Honorable Skosana.
No, thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I'm rising on Rule 90, on the rule of anticipation, because the matter that the member is quoting, there is a committee of Parliament that has been established to look at it. So the member can't make reflection on that particular matter because there's a special committee that has been established by Parliament to look at it. Thanks.
Honorable member, if you read Rule 90 in terms of the rule of anticipation, it refers to a matter appearing on the order paper or agreed upon by the programming committee for scheduling. That matter is in front of a committee. It hasn't started its deliberations yet, and it's not on the order paper at the moment. Also the rule order, although the rule of anticipation apply when a committee has completed their work and it is placed on the order paper for debate and for discussion. What I'm doing is to listen very carefully to what the member says, broad references to the matter. That is the member's right to raise it. However, when it goes into other matters that has been raised in terms of Rule 85, I will rule on that matter. Please proceed. Order.
Mr. Ramaphosa, you will not survive the impeachment committee. There is no safety in the so-called GNU numbers. The GNU won't provide protection. It will be you standing alone before the impeachment committee. You will have to answer for all the wrongdoings in your name. The judiciary is not a forest to hide criminals. No, there shall be no repeat of the concealment of your donor scandal by the judiciary. Mr. Ramaphosa, the lives of our people have worsened under your rule. Unemployment is a national crisis. Our youth are abandoned to drugs, alcohol abuse, and economic marginalization. Over 50% are unemployed. What stops you to call a youth unemployment a national disaster so that extraordinary measures can be taken to assist our youth? South Africa is raising a generation of Nyaupe addicts. Why can't you declare that all graduates be employed on a compulsory basis as soon as they graduate? Our children graduate and languish under poverty and unemployment. The landless shall not receive land under your government. Your government shows its commitment to the land reform program through allocating less than 1% of the national budget. This year marks 50 years of the June 16 uprising. A president, to honor those young people, please declare youth unemployment a national disaster. Also, we move as some party that the spaza economy must be reserved only for South Africans. Your comrades in eThekwini, Comrade President, are involved in massive corruption. They are selling land to their friends and on inflated prices sometimes so that they can make money. They're literally privatizing state land instead of giving it to our landless people to address the housing and land question. Please pay attention to them. Okay, later on, the MK party is bringing to this House an amendment of Section 25 of the Constitution to make sure that land is given to our people. We are a black majority in this House. When that amendment comes through, we hope you'll do the right thing and vote so that land expropriation without compensation can become a reality for our people. I do want to conclude by saying only the Mkhonto Wesizwe government shall address the massive problems faced by our people. Mkhonto Wesizwe is going to be in government, and Mkhonto Wesizwe is going to liberate our people. Kwaza Mkhonto, Kwaza.
Not gonna be government.
Order.